There's something that you always wanted to do in your life, but you still haven't acted on it yet. It's been there for months, maybe even years, and you still haven't done anything. You haven't moved towards it. You haven't made anything happen yet. And sometimes, it's in the back of your mind, and sometimes you pull it out, you think about it, you daydream about it, but you still haven't done anything. And you know how it's gonna make you feel if yet another year passes and you still haven't done anything yet. And you're still in the situation that you're in right now that you really don't want to be in, and you really like to do that, but you haven't even done anything. You don't even do anything about it. Well, if that's your situation and you would like to be able to just have some drive and know who to turn to, know what to do, then maybe this is the right video for you. You might be asking yourself, especially if this is the first time you've ever seen me, who are you and what qualifies you to make videos like this? Well, I guess it's been about 20 years ago. I was working in Nike. Great company. I worked there for 12 years and loved it. Loved the company. Great company. I got to do so many really cool things. I spent a week with Michael Jordan. I spent a week with Scottie Pippen, David Robinson, Charles Barkley. I met up with Edwin Moses and Michael Johnson and Sergei Bubka. And oh man, it was just so much fun. I just loved working there. And so you might be asking yourself, so what'd you leave for? Because I had this funny feeling in my stomach that told me as much as I should be happy working there and to have a job like that I'm in this world because I have a greater calling. And as funny as that might sound to you, I know that there's a lot of people out there who know what that means, to have a calling. And I just feel like I had one. And I believe, which is something that I discovered some 3 years after I left, is that I believe that I'm here on this earth to use my God-given communication skills to help as many people as I possibly can to improve their quality of life and to maybe make changes in their lives like I did and to be successful at it. And so that's why I'm here making this video. So I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to make you think. And so to do that, I'm gonna tell you a little story. I am a perennial learner. I love learning. I love acquiring new information. I love learning things that will help me to grow and to help me to help other people. And so I remember I was taking part in a coaching program, I guess it was about 2 years ago now, and I live in Italy. And so this program took me back to the States 3 or 4 times that year. And I remember that one of the events that was live in this coaching program was in Phoenix, Arizona. And these are 2 or 3 day events. And I remember there were evening activities, and one of the evening activities was a baseball game, professional baseball game. And so while we were walking back from the stadium, there were about 300 of us, I ran into a couple that I had never met before that was also part of the program. And we just had a really, really delightful conversation. It was just so nice, and they were just such nice people. And I remember we must have talked for about an hour and a half. And you know how it is when you first meet someone you don't know. They're like, so where are you from? What do you do? And so the woman in the couple had just finished explaining to me what she does for a living. And she has a very admirable career in healthcare that I actually complimented her on. And then it was my turn. And so I told her, I said, some years ago, I left the company that I really love to pursue what I'm doing now. I'm a inspirational speaker, motivational speaker, and also I work with entrepreneurs and small business owners to help them to structure their activities, put together standard operating procedures, processes, and above all, work on the communication aspect to their employees. And as I was telling her that, I was watching her and she was tearing up. And I was like, I didn't know what to do. So I glanced over at her husband, and he was looking down. And I almost had the feeling that he had already heard this before. He knew why she was tearing up, but he didn't say anything. And so I just stopped. I said, excuse me. I said, did I say something to upset you? And she said, no, not really. And I said, yeah, okay, so now you got me curious, come on, talk to me. What did I do? What happened? Why are you upset? And she said, no, it's just that when you were explaining how you left that company that you really loved and to pursue, what you're doing today, she said, I thought about myself. And I thought about how I've been feeling for the last 10 years. She said something that's different from your situation. She says, I don't like my job. And I had just complimented on her because I said, it's a very honorable thing what you're doing. And she said, but I don't like it. When I get up in the morning, I hate going to work. I don't like it. And I've been thinking about this for 10 years. And every time I think about I should make a move, but I'm not doing it. And while she was telling me this, you could just see that she was just filled with emotion. And now the tears started dropping down her face. And, if we had known each other, I probably would have hugged her, but it just didn't seem appropriate because we had just met. So I just told her, I said, you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there like that, but it's not too late. That's the good thing. You can still do something. So anyway, I gave her a copy of my book and I gave her some other advice and kind of pointed her in the right direction. So I'm hoping now, I haven't heard from her, I haven't seen her since then, but I'm hoping that she's doing well and that she's finally made that change. So why am I telling you this story? Because if you are like that woman and you've been thinking about making a change and you still haven't done it yet, don't let 10 years go by. Because the clock is ticking and time is flying. And you're going to wake up one day and you're going to wonder why you haven't done anything. And that's going to make you feel really like a piece of dirt. So there's two things that come to mind when I think about this story. One of them is you need to find your motivation. If she hasn't done something for 10 years, then there's something, and this is what my experience tells me, and it's not just my own personal experience, it's an experience of studying other people who are successful. And one of the things that I know that almost as important as the technical skills, which is what she also needed, because she said, I don't know who to turn to, I don't know what I should do, I don't know how to get started. And there's a lot of people like that. So you need the technical skills, you need to know what to do, but that's not the most important thing. You need to have the motivation to do it. And one of the things that you can do to help to motivate yourself is to ask yourself if after 10 years, if after 5 years, if after next year, another year passes and I still haven't made a move yet, how's that going to make me feel? And if you don't like the answer to that question, then you need to get a move on. But you need to find your motivation, because even if you know what to do, if you know the technical stuff, it's not going to do much if you're not motivated to make that move. Okay? And one thing I will add is that when you want to embark on a new mission, whatever it is in your life, you have different ways of going about getting it. And it depends on how much time you have, how quickly you want to reach that goal. You have 3 different ways of trying to achieve that goal. One of them is you can try to do it yourself, but that can take a very long time, trying to figure out everything. And the great thing is that you don't have to figure out everything, because someone has already done what you're trying to do. You just have to find those people, find that community of people, and learn from them. You can take courses and seminars, and don't think that the only person that you're going to learn from in those courses and seminars, live hopefully, are the people who are on stage, because you're going to learn also from the people that you're sitting with when you're in breaks, when you're at lunch, when you're at dinner, when you're back at the hotel. You're going to learn things from those people, and you're going to find that there's going to be people who are further along than you are, who have already gotten what you want or almost there. You're going to find people who are behind you, who are not even as far along as you are, and there's going to be people who are just at your level. From all 3 of those kinds of people, you can learn something, okay? And then the best way and the fastest way is to get yourself a coach or a mentor, somebody who's going to take you by the hand, tuck you under their wing, and walk you through the whole process of getting from where you are now to where you want to be. And those are the 3 things. And like I said, you're going to need 2 things though. You're going to need the technical part. You're going to need to know what to do, but you're also going to have some fire inside you that's going to keep you on track. Okay. And those are kinds of things that I explained to her. I also gave her some concrete advice about who she could turn to. I gave her a copy of my book. So like I said, I'm hoping that she's doing well, but if this is your situation, don't wait any longer. Get it done. Whether it's you want to leave your job, whether you want to get out of a bad relationship, whether it's that you want to change some aspect of your life. It might not be your job. It might be just something else. Maybe you want to start up that business. Maybe you have a calling inside of you, but you're not sure how to get your message out to the world. Whatever it is, do it now. Do it now before it's too late. Stay with me. Stay with me on this. If you're looking to make a change in your life, If you want to make a change, if you want to start up your business online, got some information on that. If you're a coach, if you want to figure out how to get more customers as an online marketer, whatever, just stay with me because I got a whole lot of stuff for you to say. Click like in this video, share it with somebody if you think they need to hear it, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.